Voila, iced coffee.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Jill. We've already chugged our iced coffee, so we're already caffeinated for this video. So this is 1 out of 4 part videos talking about my migration process to Australia. If you're not a nurse, please feel free to click out of this video. I wouldn't mind, but if you're curious or if you're one of my nurse friend viewers who are interested to go into Australia, then yeah, please like, subscribe, and share, and save if you want. But this is just to show you guys how I made it to Australia, what my process was like, what I wish I knew before I applied. So yeah, let's get on with the video. So first things first, we're going to divide this video into 2 phases. First phase would be about what you need to think about before acquiring an agency for yourself, and then second is getting a job and getting a visa. First phase, things that you would need to consider before tapping an agency. First is you need to have a license to practice. Now this is called APRA registration, AHPRA. Now AHPRA is the Australian Health Practitioner Regulation Agency. It's like the PRC counterpart in the Philippines and the NZRN counterpart in New Zealand. Now for me, I was already practicing in New Zealand for 3 years. No, almost 3 years. And so I didn't need to pay for a bridging program or anything. I just had to pay online for a transfer of registration, and it was quick and easy for me. Secure ACLS certification. Now, secure ACLS certification, I'm not really sure if this is a requirement for all hospitals and all agencies. But for me, at the time when I was searching for stuff, almost everyone was requiring this. So yeah, just have that handy with you. Next is choosing your city. Now, this is one of the major things that you have to think about because there's lots of good places in Australia. There's Perth, Adelaide, Sydney, Melbourne. But I was particularly eyeing Melbourne and Sydney just because they're the big cities, and I was thinking at the time that I will be living on my own for the first years here. So I might as well live next to the city for convenience and safety. So yeah, but then I got my job offer here in Melbourne, so that's why I'm here. Yeah, ironically enough, I was actually choosing Sydney then because that's where my relatives are, but oh well. Next is start selling your things. Now this is just an advice from me because once you tap an agency, they would start requiring more stuffs from you, and it's overwhelming, especially you're still working when you're applying and trying to give them all these stuffs that they need from you. So yeah, just to make it less overwhelming for you because it's really quite stressful, just start selling your things before you tap them to have more efficient and smooth flowing migration. Last but not the least is save money of up to 10,000 AUD. Now the reason behind 10,000 AUD, I think this is just enough for you to establish yourself in your first few months here. And secondly, if you try to find an agency or with a partnered hospital, some of them offers a relocation package of up to 10,000 AUD. And the way this works, it is like a reimbursement type. They don't give you the 10,000 AUD right away when you get the job. They reimburse it to you. So that means you have to have something to spend first. Last would be the list of files that you would need to prepare in processing for your work and applying for your visa. So application for your work, you just need to prepare to update your CV, and then second is choose 3 references because you would need to put those 3 references in your CV, at the end of your CV. So what I did is I got 2 references from New Zealand because they're the more recent ones, and 1 reference from the Philippines. So from what I know, we have 482 and 189 visa. 482 is what I currently have now. It's a temporary work visa, which gives you a pathway to residency after 2 years of service here. 189 visa, on the other hand, gives you permanent residency straight away. However, I didn't choose this pathway because it It's like the processing is more tedious. You would need to have lots of paperwork because you need to process your ANMAC no, not registration, accreditation. ANMAC is Australian Nursing Midwifery Accreditation Council, wherein you need to have like 5 years in total of international nursing experience or 3 months nursing experience in Australia to be able to be accredited by ANMAC. And you need to take an English exam. You need to have like English exam for this visa type. So yeah, I'm like, there's so many things to process in this visa. But I think there's no better visa, there's no way of comparing them. This is like a case-to-case basis. For me at the time when I was applying, 482 was more feasible for me. So that's what I got. Now, once you've successfully secured a job, congratulations to all of us. We are now going to discuss the list of things that you would need to prepare for when applying for a visa. Now, for me, who is a 482 visa applicant, this is what I needed to provide. So, Form 80. Form 80 is downloadable from the Australian Government Department of Home Affairs. Next would be your passport, a passport size picture of you from the last 3 months, updated resume, Philippine diploma and TOR, ANMAC if you have, but it's not required for 482 visa applicants, APLA certificate of registration. This will be provided to you once you have a successful application online, certificate of employment from my previous employer and current employer, and also the contract that is offered to me by my new employer. AFP certificate. Now remember to apply for this directly from their website and not through third party. NBI clearance, working insurance if you have, it's not a requirement. Current visa copy. So what I gave is my New Zealand residency visa, and then medical. Now this medical you won't have to provide this yet just because you don't have the reference number when you first apply. So you will just apply first and then they will give you a reference number which you will present to partnered medical clearance agencies of Australia and New Zealand. So that's it. That's all you need to know for your processing. I wish you guys all the best and see you on the next video. Bye!